Welcome everybody to today's preview of the upcoming schedule for next week, August 12th to 18th. I am your guide for the schedule preview. It is Yuki Productions, also the Dungeon Master of our game Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Protectors of Kindness. I'm also playing as a player character, Francis the Riolu. So today's schedule preview will have the schedule preview as well as the community outlook and a look at some ideas I have in the future. Mostly be talking about a brand new segment I want to try to debut here, and our new membership tier, the Yuki Critter. Let's take a look. The schedule is as follows. Our regular live stream schedule, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, is going to be our same thing. We have Mario Builder 64 week number 8. Tomorrow, we have Mario Sunshine Part 11 on Wednesday, and we have Magic Arena with Francis the Wolf on Thursday. So nothing changes there. On Tuesday, we're gonna have our first edition of Indie Day, where we take a look at indie games published by the community. I will be up doing my very first edition of that on Twitter as well, where they can post their games, and I'm gonna post it for Indie Day number 1. There is also a second Indie Day on Facebook, but that's for our Facebook fans only. But some of those games will be also shown off on YouTube. So we're gonna try to give flowers to our indie developers out there. On Friday, you have an asterisk. We have a little asterisk. You see, we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Protectors of Kindness Episode 1 Part 3. The asterisk comes into play talking about that new membership tier. If you are a member of that particular tier, the Yuki Critter tier, at $3 per month, you get this episode and future episodes early. So you're gonna get this potentially on Thursday or even Wednesday if lucky. If I finish edits on time. Everybody else gets it on Friday. In addition to, Francis the Hedgehog reacts to DeviantArt 2, and this week we are featuring a shiny Riolu. Shiny Riolu. Yes, our boy gets his spotlight, and it's in his shiny form. Shiny Riolu Day on Friday for you guys. Saturday and Sunday, any type of content could be published. Indie Day, Mario, um, Pokemon, whatever. Have some fun. That's my creative day. Okay. Next, let's talk about the community at large, as in the community tab. So, what have you guys been voting on for this week? You guys have been voting on the following. What do you want me to? Do you want to see me play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon mods? And I mean mods, not the original game. And you guys said yes for now. We'll see what happens. And then you always have been voting for where do you want to see what do you want to see? The Riolu, you said shiny, so I said yes. Now, where do you want to see more of Francis the Hedgehog React stuff, including deviant art and videos? You guys said his channel. Agreed. Um we're gonna be talking about this in just a quick bit because I want to spend some time on that. Next question that I asked is is this one. This question. Actually, I believe that's all the questions. Oh yeah, this one. For Mystery Dungeon Protectors of Kindness games, the boons, power ups, slash spells, whatever you want to call them, should it be bought at the shops like a normal RPG would, or should they be earned by leveling up? You guys said bought at shops, so I'm going to be typing numbers, talking about what numbers would be the shop price. That would be an interesting one to look into. Let's see what else. I believe that is it for the questions that you guys voted on. Just a heads up. Thursday we are gonna have Magic Arena at this time. We're gonna be playing Magic Arena, and that also starts off season 2 of Francis the Wolf for VR Chat World Tours. That will be our first one. You get your first look at how it works, and then on Thursday we're going to play. Okay, Francis the Wolf VR Chat World Tours will kick off this week for season 2. All right, don't forget every Thursday night is Critical Role Night. Episode episode 103 of Bell's House just wrapped up. Episode 104 will be this Thursday. Don't forget, it's always Thursday night. Check out the rules. Check out the episode with Laura Bailey, Matt Mercer, DM Matt Mercer, as well as Sam Rigo, and your favorite cast of characters, including Imogen. You have Chetney and other favorite characters. Critical Role is a Thursday yet, episode 104 of Bell Cells, this Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so let's get into the big elephant in the room when it comes to what you guys voted on. And actually, this is a quiz question. So, why is this the elephant in the room rather than the other things you've been voting on? Because this is a brand new segment I want to try called Crit Question of the Day, CRIT, like critical. And you guys get a chance to answer a question based on our game and based on Nimble 5e rules. Nimble 5e being the system we are using for combat. Okay, so this question of the day, I will tell you this is correct. Everybody, 80% of you answered correctly. But I will tell you, if I reworded this differently, this would have been a different total answer. I'll explain why in a moment. So let's take a look at the question. Let's analyze it. Let's read the rule, and then I'll give you my verdict. The question is, assuming that Francis the Riolu has 10 HP left, can he faint by an opponent Pokemon using Tackle, which is a D4, also under the Nibble 5e rules, under the following scenario? The Pokemon in question, the one that's attacking, is rolled a 3d4, so three four-sided dice with a 4 being the max. This is the third attempt since there is a action point system where if you use one attack you roll 1d4, you go two attacks into 2d4, but you go with disadvantage, and 3d4 if the third action point is used, you use stacking disadvantage, so you do advantage again. Okay, so the roll result was a 4, 4, and 1. But the 1 is the so called primary die, which landed on the left when the roll was done in D20, when roll 20, not D20, excuse me. So is this a chance for Francis Faints and stuff? And the correct answer is no. And the reason why has to do with that 1. The explanation is this. He cannot faint this turn because the 1 is a primary die and it landed on the left. And under Nimble 5e rules, the primary die is priority. With this also being a 1, this is a miss because any combat roll with a 1 misses, as long as it is the primary die. Had this been a 4, then there was a chance, because in Nimble 5e rules, a crit is done on max. And with triple disadvantage, you must roll 3 fours. Because the lowest number is technically the one you play with. But you must roll 3 fours on triple disadvantage, and you get a 4, and that's a critical hit. 4 plus 4, if rolled again, is 8, plus another 4 is another critical hit. So it keeps going until you don't get a 4. And a 1 in that case does not miss. Now, the correct answer is no because of that 1. But what if I reworded this scenario differently? let's take a look first at the rule because I want to go over the rule first before we go under other scenario. The rule is the following. Under attack, this is by the way from the actual live stream of Nimble 5e rules preview deep dive. I believe they're going to have another one soon. They have a second one already. So let's read the rule on attack for more details on the rule. Roll the listed roll the die listed on the weapon, ability, or spell, and deal that much damage to a chosen target. Now, in this case, we're dealing with Pokemon moves. So that's technically a quote unquote weapon. Spell is more like a boon. I'll talk about that later. Okay? Getting a 1 on the roll misses. It deals 0 damage and has 0 other effect. For attacks with multiple dice, the die that lands on the leftmost is called the primary die. It determines whether the attack is a hit, miss, or crit. So here's how the rule is played. On this scenario, this is assuming that the original attack is a D4, and that's one die out of the in the play. Okay, this is 3D4, which is the double disadvantage, which is a 441 according to this particular scenario. However, what if the listed die is 2D4? Then we have a different scenario here. As a 2D4 original, if the die landed to the left, and that was the first attempt, and that was a 1, that's a miss no matter what. Remember, the target can go 3 times, assuming that they have enough action points, which is 3 to start with. Now, I have a level up system where players get 1 more based on how I feel about the game currently. So I'm going to reward them with 1 more, but assuming that you only have 3, the primary die is the catch. The second time you roll with disadvantage, under the 2d4 rules, you roll a 3d4. However, keep in mind that there is a primary die system, and the die could land on the left. In that scenario, a 3d4 with the base of a 2d4. In that case, if it's a 4, 4, and 1, and the 1 is primary die and landed on the left, according to roll 20, then in that case, that attack would miss as well, because the primary die is on the left. However, 4, 4, 1, and the primary die is on the left, and the primary die was the 4, that's a that's going to be a crit. Okay? And remember, and remember, on a crit, it explodes. So you deal 4 plus 4 plus another 2d4. This time, if a 1 is rolled, it won't matter because 1s do not miss on a crit. So you add whatever that is. If that's another 4 and 4, 4, 8, 12, then you roll again 2d4. And you keep going until there's no more 4. 4, 4 combo. So it would depend on how this is written. So that scenario is based on that. Okay? So look out for something very similar to this question in a very next few days or in the next few hours because you might get something like this again, but with under a completely different scenario. So watch out for that. Now, yeah, and like we said here with exploding critical hit, Anytime you get the highest number on the primary die is a critical hit crit. When a hero lands a crit, that attack ignores the monster's armor. The primary die is also rolled again and added to the total. There is no limit to how much damage can stack except your luck. Okay, so that is how that critical rule is. Okay, so just to give you guys scenarios right there. Okay, now let's talk about, speaking of Mystery Dungeon Protector's Kindness, we have our brand new membership tier, the Yuki Critter, and you get early access to new episodes, also a new series where you get episode previews way before everybody else, and another series where you get to learn some best plays of this episode. I will tell you there are some good plays that happened already. One of them being a clutch critical. I'll tell you now, very clutch critical. So get ready for to see that. Now let's go over some other ideas I have. Now that we discussed the main schedule preview. Okay, here are some ongoing ideas I have, and it has something to do with another game that I have not shown off for a while. Two games actually, but let's see if you guys like these ideas. The first game being one of the games you have not seen for over 7 weeks. Now, obviously, I was on vacation, so we have to count that. For the last 7 weeks, I have been showing off Mario Builder 64, and you guys have eaten it up. Like, you guys ate it up. Like, I was never expecting Mario Builder 64 to do that well. You guys ate it up like pancakes and chicken nuggets or whatever your favorite food is. My favorite Filipino food is torta, so I ate up like torta. But I present that for a few reasons. I present that because let's take a look at the live streams from the past week, and let's particularly go over Mario Builder. Mario Builder 64 has 90 views, 135, 213, 164 during the during our run there. 54, uh, 59, and 39 views when we started Mario Builder. Now, to put that in perspective, if we decide to try to add up those numbers, I believe we are over 300 plus views. We're definitely over 300, probably over 400. Now, I present that because of a certain other game we usually do on Mondays. And that is your favorite friend, your old friend, Mario Maker, which also received as much views as one Mario Builder 64 stream. However, I've noticed something. Let's take a look at Mario Maker streams. 107, 84. What is this? 71, 100, 59, 70, 86. So if there's a constant number that's being pumped out, it's between 40 and 200. So Mario Maker and Mario Builder 64 have been getting more views than I anticipated. Now, why am I presenting this? Because I am thinking of Mario Maker again. But there is going to be a catch. There is a catch. If you guys remember, when I did Mario Maker, I tried to do a reward system. What do you mean by reward system? Keep in mind that at the time, we were trying to do reward system, especially for Um, Mario Maker levels. Okay, I have to look specifically for Mario Maker viewer level because that's when I usually do my reward system. At least tried it. We also did different things like Super Worlds, and I don't think it was that bad. But let's just say that it got interesting. So viewer level night at the end usually had a reward in the form of Yuki coin, which at the time was to be our currency for scale for rewards and stuff. Now I will tell you this. I will tell you why I decided to cancel it for a while. The reason why I canceled the the Yuki coin system, first off, viewer levels are going to be random. Anybody can send a level, and the rules are very simple. You have a level you want me to play, give it to me. Well, not that harsh. What I meant to say, if you have a level and you want to share it, please feel free to share it with me. What sounds what sounds good on paper, and it does, it is, unless you understand the deeper part of this thing. I want to remind you guys that this is going to be a rule, like a reward system. One of my rewards was the Yuki coin, which is our currency. However, the way that I gave it out was if I beat your level, I give a certain amount to the jackpot, and whatever the jackpot is, somebody would win it, which makes sense. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, but how many people are actually using that Yuki coin? That's where that's where we need to talk. Not many. So I also want to bring up another thing. Twitch. Oops, excuse me. And that is Twitch. Why am I bringing up Twitch? Good question. This. This is why. Now you might be wondering, wait a second, you only have 67 followers. How does this why are you bringing up Twitch on 67 followers? You only have 67 followers. Except that, as you can see here, at 50 followers on Twitch and a view count of 3 over and stuff like that and other requirements, you get something called Twitch affiliate. Okay. Twitch affiliate allows you to earn money on Twitch. Hence, why am I talking about this? I want to go over one of my rewards that I wanted to try out, but I haven't done it officially because I want to see where it goes. Okay, one of my rewards was on the wheel. There's a wheel I used to spin where you get a reward, either Yuki coin or a new level or whatever. One of the rewards was if you got lucky, I am going to pay for your um Twitch affiliate, I mean Twitch sub for 1 month. Okay? So basically I gift you a sub. So instead of you subbing to my channel with your $5, I am going to gift you that sub as a thank you and a reward. Usually you see streamers do this on Twitch, like a giveaway. But in this case it's a reward. Okay? So why am I thinking about this? Because I want to try it again. I want to give it another shot on Twitch and YouTube. But the catch is, what else am I going to reward you guys with? Then I got to thinking, and I thought about this channel, and I remember I have this channel, Mario Maker Yuki. So I'm like, okay, what can I give you that would be interesting as a subscriber on my Twitch channel? Okay, okay, yeah, okay. And then I said, maybe something exclusive because I used to do these level shoutouts. But ever since I went into Mario Builder, um I just decided to go with Mario Builder. I forgot about Mario Maker, for real, for real. Like I forgot about it. And I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this again, there has to be a reward associated with that. So I'm thinking of featuring one of your levels on here as part of a return. So Mario Maker 2 is coming back more on a limited trial run number 2. And it's going to feature Twitch because of that new rule. But I'm going to talk about more on that later because I want to focus it on it for a Mario Maker video. So that's going to be its own thing. Okay? So, now let's go into the other game. But this game you have not seen for quite a bit. Metopia. I am thinking of bringing this game back. Here's how the rules are going to be. Certain people will be exempt from this. If you are a member of the main channel of any tier, you get to be in Metopia as a character. Of any tier you're a member of it, of the main channel, you get to be in the game as a character, as a player character too. You get to be in there, but you have to be a member of any tier. Here is the catch: certain people have um have a free pass. I can't tell you who yet. All right, so keep look out for something an update on this. But for those of you who are not aware, Metopia is a game. It's an RPG where you make your own Miis and stuff. It's a story as well. So go ahead to get ready for that if you're interested. But it's gonna be a members get members do not get early access. They have a chance to be in the game. They can be in the game. But certain people of the community will have a free pass. Okay? I cannot tell you who yet, but all I know is I have names in mind. So those are the two games that I'm thinking about. Mario Maker and Metopia. And that's the story for today. If you have any questions on it, put them in the comments below. And when we get into Mario Maker stuff, I will give you guys more information about how I'm gonna do it very soon. And well, we'll see how long it takes for Mario Maker to return. That's all for now. We will see you guys in our next live stream tomorrow for Mario Mondays, week 8. If you have any questions, let me know and enjoy. And as always, it's a Friday yet.